gentlemen, welcome to a special emergency Steve's Kitchen podcast. My name is Tony Khan, AEW VP president. I do everything in AEW, and I told you guys for months, I told you guys for weeks that I was getting a new TV deal with AEW. All you haters that were saying that this was not going to be possible, this wasn't going to be done. Not only did I get a TV deal, but we're also going to be streaming on Max starting in 2025. What an exciting time for AEW. Make sure you guys tune in tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the 5th anniversary of AEW Dynamite. And not only that, it has an overrun. It has like a 30-minute overrun. It's going to be one of the greatest shows of all time. And all you guys that said that this couldn't be done, you can kiss my ass. I fucking did it. I did it. Steve, fuck you. Chase, fuck you. Romeo, fuck you. CPZ, fuck you. Walter, fuck you. Big Mike hasn't been on, so I won't say fuck you to him. But I told you guys this was going to happen, and you guys just laughed at me. Who's laughing now?
Let's fucking go.
Don't play that while I'm talking, Steve. That's very rude. But anyways, I have to go. I got a big show to do, and I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. Just watch. Just watch.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, our investor Tony Khan is on fire right now, shooting at all cylinders. He's excited. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, we are here live. I know it's a Wednesday, but we had to open the kitchen for an emergency service here, ladies and gentlemen. What is going on? If you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button down below. Give this video a big old thumbs up. Share it through social media. As always, I am Steve. I'm here joined by the good brother Chase, Oliver. Chase, damn, bro, this is crazy. Yeah. We're doing this on a Wednesday, Steve's Kitchen. It's crazy because I'll be going live later today for a watch along for the 5th anniversary. Being that there will not be a sad tomorrow, being that tomorrow we're doing the preview for Bad Blood, I decided, you know what, to make it up for the other investor. I'm sure he will be saying something. Hey, where's the sad review and all that stuff? We decided to, you know what, let's do a watch along for Dynamite this week. I think that's fair, right? Seems fair.
Yeah, I think it's totally fair. In fact, you're doing 2 live streams is crazy, Steve.
Exactly. 2 live streams on one day, bro. Incredible. But yeah, man, it finally happened, bro. It finally happened. All this talk of imminent, right? Imminent. It's gonna happen, right? Just wait. Now it's finally here, bro. The news finally broke today, and kind of fitting too on the 5th anniversary of Dynamite that's gonna be happening later on TBS. So good for them, bro. Good for them. I took a screenshot of this earlier. They had like a summary of what is to be on this deal, and but basically per Variety, yeah, they have. It's basically for $150 million. That is the deal.
Well, sources say it's 150. We don't know the official amount.
Yes, the official amount. The sources say, and also factoring in Dynamite will be on both on TBS and on Max. So that's huge, bro. The fact that they'll be on both platforms is huge. And also there's discussions of bringing pay-per-views to Max in 2025 for a discounted price, which I kind of like expected in a way. I feel like, yeah, they're going more of the UFC format where, yes, you can have Max, but you also have to pay just to watch the show. I mean, discounted price, that can be anything, right? When you think about it.
They said discounted price for members. So I think if you're a Max, I don't think you need Max to buy the pay-per-views, but discounted price if like you are subscribed to Max. So pretty much like if you're someone that orders AEW monthly pay-per-views, you're paying $59.99 anyways. Because like let's say the discounted price is $39.99, and depending on your tier of Max, you're paying around $45-$59 for the pay-per-views regardless.
Exactly. What's going on, Frantic World? What's up, Steve, Chase, and Chad? Long time no see, Frantic World. Where have you been? Some people are saying the deal might be for $170 million. 170. But yeah, man,
150,
listen.
170. That's the numbers I've been hearing.
But nevertheless, bro, good for them, man. We've always said, like, yo, they were going to get a TV deal. You'd be a fool to think they would not get a TV deal.
Yeah.
You know, and it's finally here, bro. It's finally here. Finally. kind of fitting. Yeah, they waited for the 5th anniversary of Dynamite to break. I'm pretty sure Tony will get on. Will open the show, make an announcement or something to the crowd, or maybe on a green screen, whatever the fuck it may be. But it's out there, bro. It's finally here, man. What's your thoughts, bro?
Yeah, it's very exciting for AEW to get this TV deal. But what I love about the most is not just a TV deal, it's the media rights deal. So now their media starting in 2025 is going to be streaming on Max, which I think if you're a cable cord cutter person and wrestling was one of the only few reasons that you had cable, cutting the cord makes it an easier decision. Like, I mean, why do you need the cable right now? Like, if Raw is going to be on Netflix, and like for me, for example, the two shows that I tend to watch and try to watch live are Raw and Dynamite, just because I just find those shows to be the better shows to watch. SmackDown, I'll watch clips. NXT, I'll check out here or there. But now cutting the cord is like very, very simple. If you're someone, hey, Raw is going to be on Netflix in 2025, and Dynamite and Collision is going to be on Max streaming simulcast starting in 2025. Like, that is really, really a big W for AEW, because say once this Warner deal is done within 4 years, maybe they can use the streaming numbers that they have and shop AEW somewhere else, because I do think the future of professional wrestling isn't on cable anymore. It will be streaming. So this is exciting times for the wrestling business. We got Raw on Netflix. We got AEW on Max. And when you think of the 3 top streaming platforms, I think of Netflix, Disney Plus, and Max. 2 wrestling companies are on those top streaming platforms. I mean, people will say Hulu as well, but that's like the Hulu TV aspect. I'm going just straight streaming. It's like all they really show is digital content. Those are my top 3. And so the fact that we have 2 different wrestling companies on those streaming platforms, that's just really good for the wrestling business. And I think this is a huge W, that the fact, like, yeah, maybe AEW took less, but taking less meaning that they got on Max, I think that's a bigger W than, anything else.
Yeah. So Tony, this is his quote on Variety. We are honored to announce the extension of our incredible partnership with Warner Bros. Discovery. This extension continues the tradition of iconic wrestling events broadcast on TBS and TNT, while also establishing a new legacy for AEW through weekly live streams on Max for years to come. We thank David Zasloff, Kathleen Finch, and everyone at WBD for their tireless support of All Elite Wrestling since its inception, as well as the AEW fans, talent, staff that helped make this possible. So this is good, man. Like you said too, bro, the fact that the future of wrestling is now through digital streaming, and the factoring in not just any wrestling company, you have the 2 top wrestling promotions in North America. Because if I say world, it's very debatable, right? But here in America, for that matter, right, North America, on streaming services, right? WWE gonna have Raw on Netflix, AEW gonna have Dynamite and Collision on Max. That's huge, bro. It is huge. It's a win for wrestling at the end of the fucking day.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see with the Max deal, if it's just United States or, North America is going to be getting that with the weeklies, or if that's everything else. And same with the pay-per-views, because I know a lot of people, including ourselves, we use the connection to get the pay-per-views for the plug to get pay-per-views for a cheaper price than what the $59.99. I mean, it's still helping AEW out in the day, but it also helps our pockets.
Exactly.
But it'll be interesting. Oh, sorry, my internet cut out there. But it'll be interesting if Max goes worldwide with AEW. What does that mean for the pay-per-views? Because I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people. They're going to be like, "Oh no!" And Max is one of those services. They're VPN protected, so like getting a VPN to work on Max, it's a frustrating one. Trust me, I've tried many times and stuff. Netflix still not VPN protected. Hint to you people who do use the VPNs. If you just want the WWE network put on Netflix in 2025, you can switch it over and you can watch the PLEs on Netflix instead of Peacock. just a hint to y'all. You know, it's you guys want to do that, you can. I'm not going to
Yes.
judge you for that. It makes sense, but
I know a
it'll be
lot of
interesting to
folks
see
in the
what they do
UK.
there.
I know a lot of folks in the UK have to pretend they're American just to watch the shows and shit. It's crazy. Reading some comments here as well. Uncensored AEW Dynamite on Mac by Safet. Frantic World writes here, we don't need to talk about TV ratings so much in 2025. Well, technically, some podcasters still will. I mean, SmackDown is still on USA Network. NXT's on CW. I heard they did over 800,000 viewers last night on the CW, which is good for them. Good strong number. And factoring on all again, we don't for the time being. We'll still hear about ratings for the time being. Romeo writes here. So, what's up, guys? We're here to review NXT. Nah. We're here to talk about the big news, man. The big break news, man. AEW and WBD officially announced new TV deal. Finally, it's happened. But yeah, man, good. It's good for them, bro. Again, I said this earlier. You know, you have to be a fool to think that they would have not gotten a TV deal. I've heard people say, "Oh, they're not going to get a TV deal. WBD going to throw them out," which is like, come on, what are we doing? You know?
Yeah, and to go to Frantic World's comment about we don't need to talk about TV ratings in 2025. The ratings are still important to them. And then also too, I don't think they have that deal with Fox. So the Fox TV ratings will be important to talk about as well. So TV ratings are still important. Obviously, when we talk about Dynamite and Collision viewership, we're not going to be focusing too much on the TV ratings. Like, you know, I think Steve, you might have to think this December might be the last time for No Millie. I think you have to retire that after December. I don't think we can do that no more.
You mean we have to also retire but Barry the Buzzard? Barry the Buzzard has to go fly south. Oh man! Oh no!
Oh, yeah, we're gonna actually put Barry the Buzzard down. We're gonna kill Barry the Buzzard on December. We'll kill him live on air.
We're gonna cook him. We're gonna cook him up, and I like you Barry crispy, or you like it moist. How you like the Barry rotisserie or crispy?
Give me the rotisserie. Give me the highest protein on the wings. I want the breasts. I want that chicken breast. I want that berry breast, that buzzard breast.
Moist, no dry. I got you, man. We'll make a sauce, marinate, all that stuff.
Yeah.
It'll happen. It'll happen. But yeah, man, if you guys have questions for us too, feel free to drop in your questions as well. Again, we wanted to get on here to talk about this, the big news here. Jeffrey writes here. If you're in the TV business, you should talk about the TV ratings. Yes, absolutely. Armand right here. Does Collision get moved to a different night because of the new TV deal? I don't think so. I still think it'll stay on Saturday, which I do think, again, for me at least, you know, the Saturday night thing doesn't really work. If it was up to me, I'd move it to a different night. That's just me, of course, but you know, that's for them to decide. Where's poor Rampage or Romeo? Well,
yeah, it's pretty much gone, Rampage. To answer Armand's question about Collision, I don't think Collision will move because now that they're streaming, I don't think Tony Khan will move it to the Thursday like I predicted because his Jacksonville Jaguars might play Thursday night football and he tends to want to avoid anything involving the NFL nights. So
that too. The King Alicia writes here, if Cody and Roman main event, do you see The Rock returning at Bad Blood?
I don't know. Is he filming a movie in Atlanta?
Good question. I wouldn't know. I know Cody referenced the big man showing up on Saturday on the Pat McAfee show. Something like that. That what Cody said?
I haven't seen that interview yet. That's interesting.
I haven't. My brother like, oh, Cody Rhodes is on. The WWE champion is on right now, just so you know, on the Pat McAfee show. I'm like, oh, okay. That's what's up. Rampage.
Man, maybe he's talking about Jimmy Uso. Maybe he's talking about Jimmy Uso, the big man. Jimmy Uso.
Maybe it's Jimmy. Maybe it's Jay. Who knows? But maybe Jimmy. Maybe it's possible Jimmy Uso. But yeah, I mean, I do hope. Again, I look forward to seeing how they how this finally seeing AEW on Max. That's what I'm looking more forward to seeing, and what other content they put out there. That's what I look forward to seeing, and also more importantly, the library. Finally, the library on demand. That's what I'm looking more forward to seeing. Don't get me wrong, I purchased the pay-per-views on Triller, right? And it's still there on demand. From time to time, I'll just go back and rewatch something. Like for All Out 2024, I just to get into the spirit of All Out, All In. I'm sorry, I decided to watch All In 2023. It was right there, basically. But again, I finally look forward to seeing this on a streaming platform, finally on demand. I'd rather have AEW Dark than Rampage.
I think Dark is called Ring of Honor now, Frantic World.
Yeah,
I don't think you're gonna get. I don't think you're gonna get Dark anymore. I think that's what Shockwave might end up being. Romeo mentioned they wanted to put Shockwave on Tuesday or Thursday. I don't know. Do you want to go against NXT again? Like, I feel like that's super redundant. And if you're Fox, I think you want to avoid that. Thursday makes more sense because I feel Shockwave will be a tape show. I don't think Shockwave will be live. I think Shockwave 1 hour tape show.
For sure. I think honestly that can be a tape show. Who knows? Maybe, just maybe, that'll be the show where they'll pump out like 15 matches in 1 hour or whatever the case may be, which is fine. I mean, to each their own. I remember there was like a while back where Ring of Honor had like 19 matches on their episode and shit. Do you remember that? They had like 19 matches. I'm like, what are we doing? Mackie Roman, I'll go back to Roman's comment. Mackie said he heard the big guy was returning on Saturday. Cody said, which one? Pat said, you said enough. Oh, okay. Yeah. If you
got no main event for you.
Maybe it is Punk. Maybe it is. Did you watch NXT last night? Did you catch the clips or anything?
What do you mean? Punk's already there. I said, sorry, Punk, you're not main eventing.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, that's true. I mean,
I'll see if Punk gonna return again.
Vince, just kidding. Oh no, Jeffrey Lee. No.
Oh God.
No chance in hell. No chance in hell.
No, I watched NXT. It was good. It was solid.
It was good. Yeah, it was good. I thought the opening match was good. I thought Wesley and Zachary went at it, beat the heck out of each other. I thought the women's tag team match? It was all right. Nothing to go crazy about.
Yeah, it was.
And then the main event, Trick Williams and Ethan Page. Good main event. Obviously, we knew Trick going in was going to win, and he finally got his moment. They showcased new belts finally, so they're parting ways with the Rainbow titles. What do you think of the new belts, Chase?
Very plain.
Very UFC, very UFC vibe, right?
Yeah. Not a fan of the black and white. I obviously hate the Raiders. So felt like an Oakland Raiders title. I don't know. I didn't like it. Oh my God.
Why Booker T mad at Swerve? I didn't hear anything Swerve said wrong. Well, what about? What is Swerve say?
I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear anything Booker T was whining about. I've been off Twitter today.
So, Brandon, if you can, please elaborate a little more. If you can. Roxanne and Julia need to slow down. It got really sloppy at the end. Yeah, a little bit, but I mean, for what it was worth, it was a fine opening match.
I mean, you're gonna ask Roxanne to keep up with Julia? That's crazy. I like Roxanne, but she ain't on the speed of Julia. Julia's a different speed, bro.
Oh, thank you, Frantic World. WBD CEO said AEW Library will be on Max. You know what needs to be also there too? What happened?
Oh, when will it debut on Max? That's the question.
That's a good question too. What I also would hope also is the Ring of Honor library. You think that's going to be included in that whole thing as well? You would think, right? I know it's Ring of Honor and technically it's two different things, but still, you would think, right? Like, nah.
It's called Honor Club, Steve. You still have that login? There you go.
I still got the login. Yeah, thank you to that person for the login. Thank you. Thanks, kid. I love all the Julia outrage because she lost and people saying she's buried. Was she really though? I mean, did y'all really think Julia was gonna win off the rip? No. Julia already had some wins on NXT, if I'm not mistaken, right? She's had some W's already. You were not gonna have her just win the title that easy. No.
Yeah, like what, 14 days? Like since she's debuted, they're gonna give her a title. That'd be way too quick. Like way too quick. No
Yeah,
way.
exactly. You want to build this up, get some story? Yeah, of course. Cora Jade returned, right? And look like they'll be in alliance. And they also aired a vignette for Delta. People were saying Delta's showing up to NXT as well. I'm not really familiar with her work like that, but I know Rhea Ripley had a lot of praise for her in an interview. So I look forward to seeing
she's
when
good.
she finally.
She's good.
Okay. So their women's division gonna be stacked. Delta, Stephanie Vaquer, Julia, Roxanne Perez. Yeah, it's a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
I think people expected her to be booked like Ethan Page. That's why. Yeah, that wasn't gonna happen. There was no pettiness there when you think about it, right? With Ethan Page, you can make the argument it was a little bit. Oh, watch, we're gonna do with you what they didn't do with you. Watch this.
Not to mention, Ethan Page did like a podcast with like the Good Brothers, and he literally was like, "Oh yeah, this place is so organized." He was kissing the ass, like you can tell. Ethan Page, he did a little he taught these kids the lesson in the business. He said, "You know what? These kids are too friendly. Let me show you what backstage politics is like." And it probably wasn't that hard for him to backstage politic in NXT because most of those kids don't know what to do.
Yep. Mostly. Speaking of next week, bro, Javon Evans versus Randy Orton. That's gonna be a big time match for young Javon Evans. A wrestling lesson, if you will. My only question: how much do you think Randy Orton will put up of Javon Evans? You think like they're backstage? Yo, Randy, man. Yo, Brody, man. I was wondering, man. You think we can do this tonight on the match, yo? Randy was like, nah. No, we're not.
No. I think Randy will be a glorified stunt double for Javon Evans. I think he'll let Javon Evans look good, but in the end, brother, I'm catching you with that RKO out of nowhere.
Oh, for sure, man. You think when you catch me, can I do a front flip into a corkscrew, and then you just jump in midair and you catch me, man? Yeah, I think that could be good, man.
Yeah.
Swerve's comment on the racist in WWE, and Booker T didn't like that and went off and named stuff black people been doing in WWE. We kind of talked about
T probably didn't read the whole, didn't listen to the whole thing Swerve was saying. So lost in translation. Booker T is for sure defending white knighting WWE. That's for sure, but that's what it is. He's employed by them.
And exactly, also factoring in his school benefits from working with NXT. So I'm sure he does not want to lose that, you know?
Yeah.
And also factoring for those kids in NXT going to reality of wrestling, getting the reps in is also beneficiary. So let's be real. Ethan Page is going to be a bump dummy for Kevin Owens on the main roster. You think so?
What else is there to Ethan Page? He's good, but
he's good.
Where do you see him as?
Probably challenging for like the U.S. title or the Intercontinental Championship at best.
Yeah, that's the highest tier for him right now.
I mean, it could be worse. So you could have said he'll be like EC3 on the main roster. Remember, you know what I mean? Or Fandango.
No, he's too charismatic, and I don't think he would settle for that. He's learned from Shawn Michaels. He's good. He's fine.
For sure. Romeo writes here, think they have a short match interrupted by some heel team, and then they team up in the main event against them. Randy just chills on the apron for the hot tag.
Oh,
that could
God.
Hey, talk about a day off, bro. That's what I call a day off here, Randy Orton, you know? Why not? the King Ellie show writes, the King Ellie show writes, do you guys see Raquel Rodriguez helping Liv Morgan on Saturday? I've heard rumblings about that. Have Raquel reunite with Liv Morgan There's a story there too, right? Didn't Rhea take out Raquel as well at one point?
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, you could do that. Also, before we move on here, I want to give a big thank you to Will Chisholm for the $5 super chat. Those NXT kids need 97 HBK and Triple H, Hall and Nash to teach these kids the wrestling business. LOL.
Yeah, man, dude, come on. Ethan Page, when he was in AEW, he learned how to politic, man. He had to politic to get his opportunities. And so he coming into NXT, Trick Williams like, nah, man, I'll just take a script. That's it. And then he goes, I ain't doing that shit. Ain't going to straight to Shawn Michaels' office. Shawn likes this. He's like, finally, someone who gets it. Someone that's complaining about their spot. I love it.
And then Shawn asked
loving this.
Then Shawn asked, who's your referral? Jeff Jarrett. All right, come on in. Come on in. That's your referral. All righty.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, good for AEW, man. Good for the W. I'm sure Tony gonna be if he's not already on social media. I know we had him here earlier. He was just going insane, selling us to go F ourselves, right? Telling me to F myself, you to F yourself. But at the same time, he wanted to buy tickets to go to Pittsburgh for the 5th anniversary show. Incredible, bro. Incredible. But yeah. Anything else you want to add to the chase or
No, I just think it's cool that AEW is now going to be on Max, and for cord cutters out there, it's a huge W for you because now you can just get your Max subscription, and that alone with AEW, it has enough entertainment, a lot of great old HBO shows that you can watch. So yeah, I think it's great. I think it's great job on AEW getting a streaming platform. That's what I love the most.
Me too. I look forward to seeing the new library. I look forward to seeing what this is going to look like. I also look forward. And my other question would be too, how AEW UK, all right? There's no commercials, right? Do you think we'll get that also on Max? No commercial. We'll just hear the commentary.
See, I don't know if that will be the case because, the one thing is Amazon makes a lot of money off ads off the Thursday Night Football. And I'm guessing Raw will be the first one to do the streaming thing. So we'll see with Raw how much Netflix put advertising. Because it's called a simulcast. So I think we'll still see commercials because it's going to be whatever you see on TNT and TBS. It's going to be the commercials of whatever your broadcast carrier is, depending on your local market. So I don't think we'll get the commercial free. Like for sure, we won't get the censorship of swear words. I think they'll we can hear them say fuck and all that other stuff on the Max stream. But I think we'll still get commercials and stuff. Like, well, you're not missing much. It's just Taz rambling when there's no commercials. It's just Taz when they're doing commercials. Like he's just like an Excalibur, like, hey man, we're about to be back on air. And he's like, oh no.
Yeah, exactly.
Jim Ross being said, on the match. He's not.
Oh, he is.
He's not wasting time.
He is, and maybe one match. Just let him call one match. I know. Was it on Grand Slam? He called the Brian. I think he called the Brian Nigel match. I could be wrong on that one. I think he called the main event too. He did. Okay, yeah. But I didn't get to rewatch. Like one thing with me when I go to these shows, I don't rewatch them. I'm there live.
Took me like 6 months to rewatch WrestleMania 39. And I only rewatched Roman Code. That was the only thing I was super psyched about rewatching. On Rain Dawn. Those were the only two things that I rewatched.
I only will rewatch one thing from WrestleMania 29. That was Punk and Taker. That's it. Everything else, I'm good. I'm good. Thank you. Thank you. Look at this right here. The comment pop. There you go. Hi, guys. Just sub from the UK. Thank you, Will.
Well, join Steve later, Will. He's going to be watching Dynamite live, the 5th anniversary here on the channel.
Exactly. Yeah. So, thank you, Chase, for re-mentioning that. Later on tonight, guys, Steve, talk about the Crown Jewel title implication things.
What
about that? Title implications.
Crown Jewel? What's going on there, Jeffrey? Is this WWE or that's obviously Crown Jewel is a WWE event. Crown Jewel title applications.
I think Cody mentioned something about this on the Pat McAfee show.
Oh, I didn't see the interview yet, so I'd be totally in the dark unless someone brings it up to me.
There's gonna be a package. There's gonna be like a package at Bad Blood. Oh, okay. I have to. Well, okay. I'll look forward to seeing it. I'm not really. Again, I didn't get to catch the interview. My brother did. He just said, "Hey, the WWE champion is on the Pat McAfee show." Just so you, I know you watch wrestling and all. I'm like, yeah, I know. Thank you. You know, that's what he
Steve,
did.
I love how you. No, Steve. I love how when other people talk to you, you present yourself as you're some holy being, and you're like, I know everything. I'm Steve Jesus. Like what?
Nah. Alrighty, nah. Cody said a video would air on Saturday that has implications on the main event of Crown Jewel. Maybe.
So Steve, what's your prediction?
Well, I did say originally that possibly the third Roman and Cody match would be on Saturday night's main event on NBC. But if there's implications here, maybe Roman and Cody happens in Saudi. Maybe Saudi made the call. Turkey made the call to to Paul, like, guys, to the team at TKO, guys, listen, Riyadh season coming up. We want the match here in Saudi Arabia, where we had Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk. We all want the big fights here, so that's probably what it is. If I could be wrong, but that's possibly the situation, But that being said,
I think it's Roman Cody 3. I'm with you.
In Saudi Arabia, and it probably ends in a smoz, something, no contest, whatever the fuck may be. But again, like Chase said, at 8 p.m., I'll be live here with Walter. We'll be watching live AEW Dynamite, the 5th anniversary. Join us for the watch along. Join us for that. It'll be basically this week's sad because there will not be a something about Dynamite tomorrow, because tomorrow we'll be previewing Bad Blood here on the channel. All right.
And I'll try to make it for the last hour. I gotta go do some errands real quick, but hopefully by the last hour I can come back and watch watch Dynamite with Steve.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man. Take your time, brother. Take your time. But that being said, guys, much love to all of you. My computer's going crazy right now. I'm about to freaking refresh it when we're done with this. You guys think Bobby pop up on Dynamite tonight?
Yeah. Makes
possible.
Sense. Why not? 5th anniversary.
Look,
you think he comes out like he did in TNA with the lights out
headband,
and then
headband.
No. I'm talking about his first TNA debut where the lights go out and then later on the car plays in the engine. Back again. 1, 2. Like that Bobby Lashley. Do you think he comes out like that tonight?
Maybe, or if not, we see the return of the Destroyer Lashley. The Destroyer headband.
Give him the TNA theme.
Yeah, I missed that. I missed that. Nothing says TK like giving everything away tonight. The TK booking way.
Oh man, Romeo, come on! You know you love it. You love TK giving away everything. It's your favorite thing. Now you in a group chat we're in with Romeo. Everything AEW does, he just loves. He's in love with this 20-minute title defense for Okada, and then Danielson and Okada can just wrestle for the world title.
That's crazy.
Romeo defended this in our group chat. He was defending it to the day he died. I was shocked. I was like, wow, he's defending this, and said that I called it the most stupidest thing I've ever seen AEW done.
Well, MVP said he has an announcement. Well, I wonder what that can be. Well, who knows? Maybe he reforms the what was that group he had in the Voodoo Kin Mafia? Remember in TNA, had the Voodoo Kin Mafia?
No, you're confusing it. It was Voodoo Kin Mafia was BG James, Road Dogg, and Kip James, Daddy Ass. It was the Beatdown Clan.
The Beatdown, the BDC, the Beatdown Clan. They signed Kenny King. We find out they signed Kenny King. Samoa Joe's gonna make a return. Bobby's gonna be there. We can't get Loki, so we'll find someone else. We'll add.
What about Supermax?
Oh no. Well, has he been behaving? I've heard he's been.
Dude, that was so funny. They signed Hernandez to the BDC, but Lucha Underground owned all the so they couldn't even show him on TV. Oh, TNA. Oh, TNA.
I like Osprey versus Ricochet. I just wish there was a commercial, which was commercial free. That's probably kicking off the show, right? It has to kick off the show.
Oh yeah, the minute you turn into Dynamite, it's Wednesday night. You know what that means.
Elevated to the sky. Already in the ring, Ricochet.
Oh, we don't get an entrance with this boom 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 Ricochet, boom 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 Ricochet.
To be honest, though, I hope he gets new gear tonight. I hope he has some new gear. He's been rocking the same gear. He's been rocking the same gear. I'm pretty sure he washes it every single week. But goddamn, bro, get some new gear, bro. Get some new gear. Wait, what, Chase? You got to explain that one to me.
Yeah, Romeo, remember you were like, oh, I love this gimmick, and I talked about how stupid it is that the Young Bucks, who are the EVPs, will allow the guy that doesn't have a contract to side a match against a Continental Champion who only has to defend his belt for 20 minutes, but then can face off against Bryan for his belt. So you're putting your Continental Champion, your biggest asset, at risk against a guy in Danielson. Not only that, 2 weeks out from Wrestle Dream, Danielson is wrestling a guy that has injured him in the past. It makes no sense why in the hell they're doing it. It hurts my brain. And you, Romeo, maybe that was AI Romeo, were defending it. No, I was just kidding. Maybe. Romeo and I were shitting on it the whole night.
No, he meant the Hernandez.
So Hernandez went back to Impact Wrestling, and he joined MVP's group, the Beatdown Clan. What happened was
I had the shirt.
He was signed to Lucha. He signed to Lucha Underground. He was signed to Lucha Underground. Lucha Underground owned the likeness of, like, I don't know how, but I guess they owned the media likeness of Hernandez. So Impact Wrestling could not show any Hernandez matches at all or have him on TV, even though he was part of their big faction, the Beatdown Clan.
For sure. I remember when Low Key shoot hit Drew McIntyre with the lead pipe. I remember that. Low Key had like the gash and shit, right? He was bleeding. Yeah, I remember that. Yikes. Yeah, from Romeo. Yikes. Yeah. Happy birthday, Sky Blue. She turned 25 today. Happy birthday.
Dang.
Only enjoy 25. It. What I would do to be 25 again. Holy shit.
What would you do, Steve? What would you do different?
Honestly, I wouldn't party as I wouldn't be partying like crazy like I used to. I tone it down a bit. Like, yeah, bro, just tone it down a bit. Tone it down a bit.
I don't want to be 20. I don't want to be 25 again. I was sick at 25. Fuck that. Fuck that. I'm healthier at 31 than I ever was at 25.
I hear you. CPZ, we need Low Key back on TV. Gotta bring back the real.
Oh God, no, thank you.
I think he's been on social media like shoe promoing on people and shit. Like I remember, I saw like he called out Gunther, and he posted a picture of them too, like on the Independence from like back in the day in Germany. Sound like you fading already, and it's 6:34 p.m. Eastern. I gotta preserve. Listen, man, I gotta eat up in a little bit. I gotta get ready to do another stream at 8:00.
Yeah, see, we should probably end this stream so you can eat and take a quick little nappers.
Nah, we'll be good. But thank you guys again. Yes, you are right. We're gonna put a bow on this. Much love to all of you. You guys are awesome. If you have not checked out yesterday, myself and Big Mike, we did the Raw Rundown here on the channel. On Monday, myself and Chase were live for Steve's Kitchen. We talked about the Vince McMahon documentary and many other topics, including Tony Khan wanting to add more time to Rey Fenix's current deal due to injury.
What I look so fragile in that picture, Steve.
Well,
so fragile and weak.
Well, Mr. McMahon, the idea is you're sitting in fire. You're strong because you're in fire. That's the idea here.
Shut the fuck up. That's bullshit. Okay.
And of course, on Friday was the pilot episode of SmackDown Takedown.
The only episode.
Probably the only episode because Paul was upset. I had graphics department make this logo literally on the rush, and they got it done. But who knows? Maybe there might be.
How come, Steve? This is a legit question. How come you go with Paul's ideas for the name? Tony gives you a great idea for Dynamite to review. Pop the Boom, a Dynamite. You don't go with it, but you go with Paul's first spot of SmackDown Takedown. There's a lot of favoritism.
No. Well, imagine me putting a logo, Pop the Boom, and putting all that into it's just too much. SmackDown Takedown.
I don't know, man. I think next time we have Tony on, we will bring this up. I think he'll be very upset with you. Like he always is.
Loki, but he's always saying, "Listen, man, he needs to work.
Hey,
he needs to work."
Hey, Pranic World, you want to go at me? How about you show up, and I can show you why I'm Mr. TNA.
Hey, did you buy a ticket? No, I came here. I dropped off Tommy Dreamer. I dropped off Justin Incredible. Do you have a ticket though? Do you have a ticket? No. Do you have to leave? You have to get out. Much love to all of you guys. Thank you all for watching. You guys can follow the Around the Point Network over on X at AT Point Network. Subscribe to our secondary channel, ATP Clips, where we have currently uploaded a couple of days ago the FMK video between Mercedes Moné, Britt Baker, and Camille, where Chase Oliver broke down his reasons to a T. So go give that a watch.
Yeah.
And follow me on X at Heel Steven. Chase, let them know where can they check you out. What you got going on, bro?
Yeah, you can follow me on X at ChaseOliver68. If you guys are football fans, go to the True Heat Sports and Entertainment page. Me and Stack came from on there. We did our week 5 predictions. It's a very long predictions, but if you want something in the background, I say it's definitely a good thing to listen to. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Chief, come back at 8 p.m. We're going to be doing a live watch along to Dynamite, myself and Walter. It may be Chase for the second hour, but come back at 8 p.m. We'll be live again for the watch along for Dynamite. 5th year anniversary. So there's that. Much love to all you guys as well, for everyone out there, for myself, for Chase, for Tony. I know he's happy right now. You should have seen him earlier. Oh, man, he was here cursing up a storm. That's going to be it for this. This has been the Emergency Steve's Kitchen here on the Around the Point Network, and it would not be a Steve's Kitchen without... Listen. Fuck up. Get out.